Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the Deltarune New Game Plus Tournament. Today on the left we have the Potato 666, aka Potato, and on the right we have Faustas in their round 3 mat. To anyone who's played Deltarune, this part's going to be very familiar. Just have to mash through and pick the fastest options for creating your character here. Just a reminder, this route is going to be any percent, meaning the way you get to the end of the game doesn't matter. Both players here out of the bed and already doing classroom skip, about to pick up their wrist protectors so they can mash the text. And I don't see it there for Faustus. That's going to hurt just a little bit. The deal with Deltarune is that the pathing for the speedrun, the route, is pretty easy. There's no big glitches like in Undertale, so a lot of the time saving is just going to come from ideal movement and ideal text mashing. The wrist protector item that you saw Potato pick up is a New Game Plus only item that lets you skip text by holding down keys. You can then mash other keys to make it go even faster. The other thing these players are going to be looking out for is bonking. If you hit any wall with your character, it will reset your movement speed, which is quite a slowdown if you do it a lot, and in certain screens will make you get an enemy encounter. Potato here already dodging spades. Faustus about to be dodging spades as well. These sort of mini games are in a few places in the game where you have to dodge items that will cause damage to you. Before we start any battles, I should also explain that there's a mechanic in this game called close dodging. So when you see the battle screen show up, it has a box like an Undertale, but if these players get close to attacks, they'll gain what's called TP. It's in the form of a bar on the left side of the screen that allows them to perform special moves, and also the more you close dodge, the faster enemy attacks end. So it saves a little bit of time every time you do it. So you should be able to see they're going to be doing it a lot here. First boss fight of the game here. Potato's already in there. This is Lancer, and ideally Potato's going to want Susie, is the pink character on the bottom, to get hit in this fight. The ideal time is going to have Susie die in a later boss fight, but in order for that to happen, she has to get hit during this fight. Getting the third character here on Potato's screen, and we are going to go and get the training skip. Passing up that dummy allows you to skip an entire sequence. the potato deciding to fight that that first enemy there. It's interesting to note you can skip all the enemies in the game. Potato's getting hit on purpose in this fight. It skips some text, so that's not a mistake. That's actually intended. Looks like Faustas has reset here due to missing the wrist protector. Keel 1986 in chat saying the soundtrack is nice. Also, very modular. It turns out you could replace the music files in the game files, which a lot of speedrunners do to spice up their runs. You can just replace them with other music files that are named the same, and it will replace that music within the game as well. This puzzle that Potato's doing is a little bit tricky. If you put these boxes on the switch right after another, you can skip that text box that Ralsei did there. Little tiny skip saves maybe, you know, half a second. Pretty good on that skip. That's one of the first harder skips in the game that you'll see a lot of players get caught by. The checkerboard screens here are also some of the harder skips. This screen in particular, if the potato bonks more than once in the screen, he's going to get caught by these chess pieces. And through. Nice. This is the match where we want Susan to die, and there we go. Boom. Goodbye, Susan. We are now succeeding on Susan is dead %. We want her to die because she just attacks in this fight to no effect, and it wastes time watching her animate. Coming up in the forest, the next boss fight is with Clover, who is a three-headed animal of some kind. But a lot of casual players of Deltarune don't know you can actually skip this fight. It will let you do it in 2 turns by using the manual that Ralsei gave you, which is otherwise a useless item. Running through that beam there, it's faster to do that than running all the way around the laser eye. The forest begins some of the harder enemy skips. It starts to get a little intense. The next skip for enemies called Bloxers, which is the one that Potato just got through, is a little tough because you gotta dodge 2 of them. Potato's got some excellent quick dodging there. Pretty nice. Double blocks or skip here. Gonna pause just a little bit and succeeded in not getting spotted. Potato just running through these dancers. It is a little spicy now because those HP levels won't go up until the next time you touch a save point if you touch one. So you got to be a little careful. If you get in a battle, get caught, all of a sudden it might be rip your run. There we go, just touching that save point to refill the HP, not for the save. The swag touching the dancers for the sound effect, but not getting hit. Dr. Sphinxter asks, is this game made by the same team that made Undertale? Yes, in fact, and by team you mean the same person. His name is Toby Fox. This fight should ideally be 5 turns if the Potato gets it done in the fastest method. Yeah, in case there's anyone else who's unaware in the chat of how Deltarune works, it is kind of a sequel, kind of not, of Deltarune. It uses some of the same characters, but they are not in the same universe, per se. Lori in chat asking what happened to Faustas. He forfeited due to not having the wrist protector didn't appear for him. the Potato already heading towards the castle. This is pretty good time. Once in there, there's going to be an auto-scroller battle with Susie, and then Potato is going to have to do the two hardest skips in the game, which are the Root and Ranger skip and the Head Hathy skip, which a lot of runners with even very good times have not managed to land the Head Hathy skip on a consistent basis. This coming up, a little break for runners before the really tough part of the game. Just a little bit of mashing and then dodging some attacks in this battle. You really don't have to do much though. Susie is going to win no matter what you do. Then Potato will have the two hard enemy skips and the King fight, which is the most challenging fight that's going to be seen in this route. And the only harder fight in this chapter of Deltarune is Jebel, who we are not going to see. Sorry, Chaos fans. Rocking through the automatic Susie fight here. And because the end of the game goes a little fast here, coming up it will be the Root and Ranger skip. You're going to see Potato dip out of the screen if they think that the Ranger's going to catch them. There's a little escape route to the south where you can kind of dodge out and reset just in case it spots you too early. The Head Hathy skip after that, you're going to see a little pause and then really hugging around the wall. If you hit the wall, you'll get caught because you'll slow down. But if you don't hug it close enough, the Head Hathy will get you. It's literally chases you all the way to the door. So. Keel 1986 commenting that the soundtrack is so modern, the game looks like a 1991 PC game. That's I would say purposeful on the part of the creator, Toby Fox. It was a definite, deliberate homage to Earthbound, and the soundtrack is, of course, pretty lovely. I mean, it's available now. The Undertale soundtrack has also been amazingly popular, so I could definitely suggest picking it up if you don't have it. Okay, this is the Ranger skip. You see he's waiting, goes, and catches it on the wall. Nice. That was pretty good there from Potato. Didn't waste too much time. All right, Head Hathy spotted. Didn't get it, but it's not too big of a time loss. Just gotta kind of womp on him and Get him to leave here. And with this battle getting out of the way, Potato's going to already be pretty much here at the end game. There's just one more fight left with the final boss, King. The fastest path for King is going to be a 10-turn fight. You're going to see a lot of attacking and using a special move that Susie gets during this fight called the Red Buster, where Potato can increase the damage by mashing. The game is not over after King, though. It's you still have to get back to town and back to your bedroom. The timing ends when you complete the final text box to get in bed. Oh, easily forgotten second King round fight. Let's see how many perfect throws Potato can get in a row. That's the first one down already. 2 perfect throws in a row. And the third. That's a perfect King round fight. Nice. Now, just a reminder, the Potato has a personal best time in this category of 27 minutes and 20 seconds. I think that would be very hard to meet at this point, but it's still going to be pretty good considering the PB. The keys to this King fight is getting the close dodges, because you're going to be heavily using the TP for your Red Buster, and also not getting hit. It sounds really dumb, but King deals a lot of damage, and if you have to stop to heal, you're going to lose the chance at the 10 round and probably lose the chance at the 11 round as well. So you can see part of the strategy here. You can see Ralsei on the bottom is defending. Defending in this game increases your TP. So basically, we're trading Ralsei's damage output that he would get from attacking in order to build TP for Susie to do Red Buster, which deals way more damage. It's a kind of a trade-off in order to eke out enough damage to get that 10 round done. You can see to get the 10 round in this fight also requires some perfect hits. That's when the bar at the bottom of the screen reaches the small box on the left side. That gives you the maximum amount of damage for your character. And that's it for King. So Potato just has to sit through these cutscenes and get back to the bed, and it's going to be GG. Stealth Archer in chat laughing at the fact you're just supposed to almost get hit and also just not get hit. Yeah, that is what Deltarune speedrunners have to contend with, because those close hits, especially on King Fight, are really important. If you miss the chance to do even a single red buster, you're gonna increase the amount of rounds you need to do the fight. While we're waiting through these cutscenes, got to give a shout out to the Speed Gaming crew and channel as a whole for hosting this tournament. It's been good, and it's going to continue running for quite a bit. We've already, in fact, started some of the round 3 matches. Not sure who Potato is going to be against yet. We're still waiting on that match to get complete, but Potato will be moving forward around, so it's a GG there. We are coming up. I think there's 2 more total rounds that have not even started yet in this tournament. If you want to check it out, make sure to check out the Deltarune Discord community. And actually, looking at the time here, the Potato is going to be very close to personal best for this. Maybe 20, 25 seconds behind personal best. So that's an excellent run from the Potato. Speeding through town here, just trying not to mess up. Wow, there we go. Only 13 seconds behind PB for Potato. GG, and excellent run. Enjoy Deltarune's somewhat creepy ending. And check out everything. Check out the schedule for Speed Gaming. There's always something going on one of their 5 channels. And check out the Undertale Speedrunning Discord, where Undertale and Deltarune are both discussed and theory crafting happens. And with that, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm J Money Motas. You've been watching the Potato 666 and Faustas Speedrun Deltarune Chapter 1 Any Percent New Game Plus. And keep on keeping on. Have fun.